Good evening, short video, how to remove rust from a very old Saab car. Flow liner, citric acid, surfactant, dish soap, washing up liquid or bio stain remover, battery box tray. Been in there about half an hour. Bit of a wire brush. Drop of hot running water. Loosen the rust off as much as you can. Just eases the process. Hopefully by tomorrow most of this will be gone. I mean, this is, as you can see on this battery box, this Saab 900, this is getting very, very thin. So, treat it with kid gloves. You need to keep all these data points if you're going to replicate them, because obviously these parts are obsolete. So, just scrubbing back the oxide or the oxidation. Just help the chemical process. Something as heavily pitted as this, it's going to take 3 or 4 times. I mean, obviously, on a rare part like this, you wouldn't have it shot blasted. It'll turn to dust if you have this shot blasted. Yeah, I mean, or you could have it lightly soda blasted, or different types of blasted medium that will save it. But I mean, this is just a quick process. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this part yet. It is getting very, very thin. It's a rare part in the UK. I think this part is now being manufactured in stainless steel for about 180 sterling pounds, or about 230, 250 US dollars. But again, for me, it's about keeping the originality. So if you can save it, undo these spot welds tomorrow, undo those spot welds, get right back to the core, and because I've got no dating points to work from with the car, this is thankfully for the internet, this is just going to be reviewing images, and I have got some dating points. Obviously, these holes were not quite sure why Saab put these in. I mean, some people say that these rotted out through leaking batteries, which most battery boxes do. Again, not for me to decipher on that, but there you go. Right, so that's just a quick get rid of the majority of the rust, and then straight back into the mixture of the rust cure. The high bits I'll get to. These are going to come off anyway. You can see these. I think there's 2 spot welds on there. Turn the utility tap off. 1 spot there, 1 spot weld there. This is enough, but We want originality, don't we? That's what we want, originality. Straight back in there. It's not detrimental to the environment, all this bio-rust, but the citric acid side does make it very, very sticky. So be careful with that one. So I'll leave that, heat it up, 50 to 60 degrees. That'll go back onto the hob. I'll warm this back up. It's gone tepid now. The more heat you have having it, the quicker it'll work. So you cold, you're probably looking 2 to 3 days. Warm, 50 to 60 degrees. You can drop that process down by to about 2 or 3 hours. But like I said, don't know if this is going to work on this. This might need acid dipping. But before I acid dip any of the parts, I want to try and get little bit more structure in. If I can get some workable steel, and I can get a little bit in, or some cornflakes to weld to, at least I've got somewhere to go to work with. As with the what I've done tonight, I've been welding the main beam, so I'll quickly show you that. Have a look at this for a minute. This is lovely. A few bubbles. So it's not main beam. This is the driver's side beam. It's the 60mm box section. It's now quite heavy because I've used 2.2mm galvanized steel. This is all seam sealer, so excuse the scruffiness. Everything I've kept in, as far as this is going to be cut. Probably needs a small section welded in eventually, but I don't know where this falls in the actual cross member that goes from the driver's side here to the near side up there. So it's all a little bit scruffy. This is all, I mean, it's rust free. That's the part number 8724706. It's come out quite well actually. If you look back on my videos, it was non-existent. It was completely and utterly gone. But I've tried to keep. There's a welding seam that runs longitudinally, long whatever, front front to back, front to back. This is the suspension turret. This is the cross member that goes across to the near side on my car because mine's a right-hand drive. But there's definitely no rust in that. Absolutely no rust. I've got a little bit of this is where it attaches to the suspension turret, which I've left because I will remake this plate, and it's got a little bit of a tab. In fact, I think it sits that way. That's the top edge. So if you were to look over the battery and into the engine compartment, this is the top edge that you'll see. That is almost identical, but I have filled it with seam sealer. It's not actually gone off yet. This bit I've left because that's obviously got to be welded to the suspension turret eventually, and that bit at the end, I'm not quite sure where it comes until I actually get the cross member back in the car and realign everything, all my horizontals. But you know, Saab should have done it this way, really, because I mean, it's probably added 500 grams, but it's a lot more solid than what it ever was. It might look a bit undulated, but that's actually soft seam sealer. I don't know, I'll probably dress it, epoxy primer it, get it back, but definitely nothing in there holds any rust. So there you go. It was just a little bit of an update of obviously flow liner, bio rust, that type of thing. Citric acid off eBay, £5 for a kilo. Surfactant, dishwater in a bucket. Scrub it off every now and then. It just helps the process. And once it goes black, that's it. It's finished. Chuck it down the. I presume chuck it down the drain. Put in the comments if you can put this down the drain, because I really don't know. Probably it's biorust, and you can actually get rid of it, or I don't know, put it on your tomatoes. Who knows? Anyway, take care. See you soon. Bye.